Are you confused about what cut lines and bleed lines are and safe zones for album companies? Let me explain it to you in really simple terms. So let's take a look here. In Fundy Designer, all of the album companies' safe zones and cut lines are preloaded based on their specs. The red line means that there will definitely be a cut into that album right there. So what we don't want to do is have anything important in that red line. So for example, we don't want to have this crop because then she's going to get her eye cut into. So let's move that back over here. So basically anything important you want to keep within that green zone. And if you're outside of that green zone, you want to go all the way to the edge of the red zone so it'll be cut into. Now what we don't want to do, and this is very important, let me put that right there. What we don't want to do is try to ride that cut line, because what people want to do, and they're like, oh, well, it's going to cut to there, so let me put my images right to the edge. Making an album is not an exact science, and most of the album companies, all of the cuts are made by hand. All of the pages are glued together, so there's going to be at least 1/8 of an inch variance. So if you try to ride that cut line, what you're going to probably end up getting is a little bit of white space between the edge of the paper and that image, and it's going to look really bad. So what we always recommend is that the images should either be all the way inside that green zone or all the way to the edge of the page so that the red line is definitely cut into. What you don't want to do is have any image edge in from the edge all the way to the green. So for example, you don't want to do this. We call this no man's zone. You don't want the edge of that image to be anywhere between the red and the green line. So either always go to the edge of the page or stay within that green line. Now, Fundy Designer with the auto design, all of the design tools, all of the quick design picker templates are all made to put your images all the way to the edge or inside that green zone. So if you design just out of the box with Fundy Designer, you're totally safe. But when you get into manually adjusting things, be sure to stay inside the green line or all the way to the edge of the page.